Game started.
Dagsy from Australia. Let's see how Dagsy's doing today. E4. Let's see. Played a French, played a regular, played a Sicilian. Let's play the center counter. Takes. Knight F6. D4. Okay, so this is all main line. Now I normally just play knight to F3. Is there anything wrong with C4 though? I don't think so. Looks like a reasonable move. Can I do something clever with the knight? Here it gets taken. So probably best thing is just to go back where it came from. So it looks like playing this way, white gets a bit of a lead in development. So I think I'm going to go with the fianchetto. Put the bishop here on G7, so I don't have to move the E-pawn, and I don't block in my light squared bishop. So both bishops get a happy home. This move H3 is a bit slow. I assume the idea was to stop me from... oh, I see. It's to stop knight G4 harassing the bishop. Sometimes it's to stop bishop G4 pinning the knight, but since he played bishop to E3, I guess he's more concerned about losing his bishop or having it traded. Okay, so can I go directly with... no, I can't play... that's interesting. So I cannot play... I want to play the move C5. That's what I'm talking about here. But he can just take it with his bishop on F3 there, supporting it. And if I play the move C3, does that really do anything? So maybe I just want to play knight C3, and then if he pushes on to knight C3, D5, where does the knight go? That's the question. Knight C3, D5, the knight could go to B5, B4. So I could play bishop to F5 to set up knight B4 to C7. That would be C2, rather. That would be a nice tactic. But on F5, it's just a target for the knight. Okay, well, let's fianchetto the other bishop then, too. Play bishop to B7,
Server
ready to
announcement.
Take out any of his kingside pieces if necessary for some tactic. I can play knight to... I can play knight to E4 there now. Let's get the other knight off the back row first. So knight E4 and then followed up with the knight to F3. If knight E4 and he plays D5, I have to take the knight. Okay, now I can't play it. Too many pieces on it. So what can I play? I could just go directly for the move E5. Takes. Knight takes. I need another piece. He has a pretty solid setup here. I don't see any loose pieces. He has control of the center with these two pawns, so just trying to disrupt a little bit of his center control with the move E5. He can push on with D5, and that's a bit annoying for the bishop, but I could think about playing knight to C5 then and routing the bishop out somewhere in some other direction. Okay, so the immediate E5 though. It seems possible. Takes. He doesn't have a rook opposite the queen. One thing you always have to worry about in situations like this, when you're opening up the center, what attacks are going to be unveiled. He's going to open up his line of his bishop here, but it's not hitting a whole lot. Yeah, now do I want to play knight to c5? That's the question. Knight here, and he takes with the bishop. So that's a good bishop. So he would give me doubled isolated pawns, but he would give up the bishop. And I could push on with e5 to e4. And knight takes, queen takes, rook takes. I've got enough force there. He's going to play knight to g5 though, and be able to capture it. So e5, e4, knight g5, knight to I play e5. He plays knight g5. I play knight e5. Maybe he can take the pawn. Do I have anything like on the c pawn? Guess not. Maybe bishop to a6. Attack the c pawn here. Okay, now knight c6, knight c5, bishop takes. Okay, I'm going to play h6 to take away this g5 square. Then I can play e5 without worrying about e4, without worrying about knight g5. And he is thinking of a sacrifice here. He's also stopping. He's also stopping the move e4, isn't he? Because he can just take it. Here, knight takes, bishop takes, and the queen supporting the bishop. Okay, more force on e4. Still trying to get that in. He can just put a knight there, though. Yeah. Okay, so knight takes, bishop takes, pawn to f5, pawn to e4. Doesn't that win material? Because the bishop only has one move, and after the bishop retreats to d3, then the move e4 forks the bishop and the knight. So yeah, trying to cause trouble, huh? Attacking the queen and the knight. I mean the rook, the queen and the rook. Well, that's annoying. So he gives up a pawn and wins the exchange, and my tactic has evaporated. Ha! Well, good save there. I have to admit, good save. Nah, I can play knight c4 now, at least. Knight c5, rather. And I have a pawn for the exchange. Is it enough? Probably not. But nothing to give up on the game over yet. So do I want to play knight knight c5, knight c5 to d4, c5 to e4. He just moved the bishop back, opening up this file. I think, yeah, knight c5 just looks like a good square to me. Seems like the right move. And then this bishop goes back to b7, attacking along this diagonal. Yes, that's the point of opening up the file, was to pin this pawn so his knight can go there. But where is the knight going from that square? It's not actually attacking anything, is it? Go here, it can go here, it can go here. So I'm just going to put my bishop where I was going to put it anyway. So that square he went to. So let's bring the rook over to defend d6. And, oh, I can't play, I want to play queen to g5 and threaten checkmate, but his bishop is guarding that square. But I could play f4 and then queen g5. It's an idea, but f4 lets his queen take on g6 there. A bit unfortunate. So maybe the knight. Knight e4. Then what? I'm hitting f2. And knight e4 defends d6 too. Oh, he stops knight e4. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's get off of the e file and maybe push e4, which is supported by the knight and the bishop. Aha, well, he went there. If I move the queen again, I'm leaving d6 undefended. So I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to chase the knight away somehow. See, I'm getting a little low on time here. I'm just going to defend d6 with the bishop so that I can move my queen out of the way, and then maybe I can push on with the e4. Perhaps it's possible. His knight over here has got some pressure against my pawn on e6, but other than that, it's actually a little bit out of play. Whereas my knight and my bishop are both focused on this e4 square, which hopefully will do something important someday. Let's see, maybe here. I'm simply threatening to take on f3. If he pushes to f4, I'll take there. And I'm also thinking about pushing on to e3 with the double threat of checkmate and attacking the rook there. It's not really checkmate, though, if the rook is on that file, on the row. If the rook is on the row protecting g2. Oh, he went there. Okay, so he's going for the exchange. Right. So when the queen comes in here, it's hitting the knight, but that's defended. It can't check the king, so I can take here, which threatens checkmate actually. My bishop is loose, but my king cannot be checked at the moment by any move that I see. Oh no, rook check! He has rook check. Yeah, that's probably very good. So where, after I move, where is the rook going? The rook can go to the corner here and checkmate me because of the bishop. So I have to move my king to the square f7. Feels a bit awkward. Yeah, he's got the queen here. Check is checkmate. Queen to f8 is checkmate. Also, rook to f8. Well, rook f8 is also checkmate. Yeah, anything to f8 is checkmate. Okay, well, he's got time. He should find this one.
Checkmate.
All right, good game, Dagsy. I'm going to upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.